Oh, well, that's convenient. Oh, man. Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind. I probably won't even grab a bottle of bugs for a long time, since by the time I have access to 50 gold skulltulas, I'm probably not going to need the magic bean soil spot gold skulltulas anyways. Oh, free Deku Shield. Alright. Now, we do not have Boomerang, but we should still be able to get a few checks in Jabu Jabu. Not really sure if I should bother, though. Because what would it be? It would be... Two items? And I wouldn't be able to beat the dungeon either, or even see what the reward is. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna do that. I will open it, just that way I don't have to later. But I'm not gonna actually do anything in there. At this point, I think we don't have many items. I mean, we have quite a few items, but none of the ones we need. We don't have the sword to enter the Deku Tree. We don't have the boomerang to complete Jabu Jabu. We don't have the ocarina. I mean, there are a few items around, but I think we're going to go ahead and switch to Mario at this point. We are now up to 10 power stars and triple jump. And I think with triple jump, we might actually be able to get a few more stars in Snowman's Land. Maybe if we had dive, we can get in there. Triple jump. Ah, man. The move tracker in here is covered up by the timer on my screen. Okay, well, let me go and grab the shell real quick and get in the igloo and get the checks in there. And then I'll go for the star on the snowman's head. Ground pound, all right. Light arrows. No, not let's see, if we had ledge grab, we could do that. But if I also manage to land a triple jump on the close edge of this lower platform, There we go. Can unlock Bomb's Fortress. That's required for A star. Oh. What is this? Dire Docks. Yeah. I will be avoiding this level if I can. So I've done Mario 64 randomizers on their own before, and I've done them while playing in archipelagos with other people. And when you're doing it on your own, it's a lot easier because you can skip all the stars that suck, like the ones in Dire Docks. Unless you're hunting down for like pole climbing or something, because that's basically required without really being really good at the game, which I am not. But when you're playing with other people, like there was one time I was playing with like I think 3 other people, and a lot of them had required items in Rainbow Road, and it was just oh no, like it took me like probably half an hour per check at a certain point. Okay, I actually got to focus on the game, or I'm never gonna get my inputs to actually do what I want. There we go. Fire arrows. That's almost 2 in a row. And we will not be returning Dire Docks unless a hint tells us otherwise. Oh, we found Wom's Fortress. It's gonna be a lot of checks fairly quickly. I guess we can just start with this one. And no, I do not know how to do Cannonless there. I can do Owlless though, which I'll do in a bit. I don't have wall jump. I actually have to go around the long way to get up there. Okay, backup plan. I still don't have wall jumps, so I can't get this the quick way. Actually. There we go. Actually, isn't there another way to do Owlus from up here? Iron boots. That's a pretty decent. Actually, I think we do need that. Wasn't there like a move for Mario or progressive key or something in Zora's phone? Oh, right, we don't have pole climb. Tiny huge islands, not really useful. Oh, here's a question. Can you get over to the floating isles with a triple jump? Yes, without much trouble. Just another power star. I mean, don't get me wrong, we need them, but I'd prefer like long jump or something. Let's see. I can't grab the owl. Yeah, so we're not going back in there. But what about in here? That is Jolly Roger Bay. Which, surprisingly, we probably can't get that much in here. Maybe we can. 1, 2, 3. 3 stars? 4 stars. It's just the one on the pillars and the one in the airflow that we can't get. Bomb and Battlefield unlock Arcan is pretty good. Kokiri's sword, there we go. That's what we needed. Just a power star. I cannot remember the last time I messed up shooting Goma's eye like that. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, that's pretty nice. We'll be able to clear Forest Temple immediately once we get hook shot and become adult. What is this? Serenade Water? If I could stop accidentally hitting the wrong button. Serenade Water. Oh well. So for those of you who have actually looked at, those of you who watch my other videos, or those of you that have looked at my channel since starting watching this video, you'll know that I also play D&D, or more specifically Pathfinder 1st Edition. I've tried several times to turn Ocarina of Time specifically into a campaign. The first time I did it, I think, was with 5th Edition D&D. And I did it completely the wrong way. I tried making it exactly like the game, including like, you can't make range attacks until you find what would in the, in Ocarina of Time be the slingshot. Bad idea. I spent a couple hours just working on the rules before I realized, man, making this way sucks. First of all, and secondly, no one's gonna have fun playing it. So, the second time I did it, I modified it a bit, enough that it was fun to play, but it wasn't fun to run. Because I knew pretty much everything that was going to happen, because it's based off of a fairly linear game, and it didn't work out. Eventually, sometime after that, I had a bit of an itch to design some a D&D world, and this was sometime mid to late last year, and I wanted to do it Zelda themed again. So instead of making a specific adventure that was, Ocarina of Time or a different Zelda game, I ended up trying to make a setting that was just Hyrule and the surrounding area. I based it mostly off of Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess, with a bit of other stuff meshed in. So, like, on the right half of the map is Hyrule, the left half of the map is Termina. It was just the most interesting way I could really think of doing it. The Hylians will be elves. The Termanians are humans. The Gorons are just Gorons. I'd be adding a new race for that. In Akana Valley in Majora's Mask, that would end up being it would be a dwarven kingdom that fell apart, and there's like a few left there. They're too stubborn to leave, trying to reclaim it, and that could be like a main plot hook for a major adventure. Alternatively, there is and that's why like dwarves are otherwise spread out fairly thinly across the entire map. There would be freshwater Zoras and saltwater Zoras. The freshwater ones would be the like serious ones from Ocarina of Time and like Hylia and Zora's Domain, and the less serious ones from Majora's Mask would be the saltwater Zoras. I believe one of the big changes I made, I moved the Deku Palace and all that, and the Deku Scrubs into the Lost Woods over in Hyrule side, so they're nowhere near Termina. Is that Vanilla? The fairy outside Gahan's castle holds double defense? I think that's Vanilla. But yeah. I only spent like one afternoon working on it, and it's mostly just a pile of other people's artwork matched together with a few mountains added on top of some places. But you know, it's a work in progress. I have quite a few, or at least a few adventures and campaigns I want to run in my own world first before I actually finish that up and run something there. But you know, Water Temple has a hook shot. Okay, well you need a hook shot to get in Water Temple, so that's going to be the long shot. Let's see. With those increased with those increased hearts, we should be able to get out of here without burning up. So that way we can save the Deku Shield. Real quickly, I am just going to check this spot here. Keyring. So keyring for the Fire Temple is basically free. Good to know. And there's the boss key for the Fire Temple. So yeah, Fire Temple, since we have the Megaton Hammer and the Goron's Tunic and Adult, we can just full clear. Just be safe. I'm gonna top off on timer here. I'll take the owl down the mountain. No, the owl. Let's see. Right, I set it to Gold Skulltula's Expect Sun Song. But it doesn't mean we actually have to abide by that. We can talk to this guy to maybe get the discount on the Hylian shield if we end up buying it. I'm not sure.